Peace. It's your boy Romello Scuds, Russ, Outspoken 520 Boxing. Want to give my breakdown and my prediction on the former unified heavyweight champion of the world, Andy Ruiz. He's 35 and 2, 22 wins by way of knockout. He's going against Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He's 26 and 1, 22 wins by way of knockout. They have the same wins by a way of knockout. This fight is very tricky, not due to skills or anything. It's more questions with both fighters. Andy Ruiz is coming off a long layoff. The last time he had a layoff like this, he went against Chris Arreola. That's the fight he got dropped and he was hurt. He won that fight for sure, but he weathered the storm in the second half of that fight. But he didn't look too good. And then he fought King Kong Ortiz after that. He looked a little bit better. He struggled in that fight as well a little bit. King Kong Ortiz is an older guy. He fought him when he was 41 or 42. And King Kong Ortiz has some spurts in that fight. He's a southpaw, and he was hitting Annie with them lefts, and it was connecting. So it troubled Andy Ruiz for a second, but he overcame that, and that was his last fight. Now Jarrell Big Baby Miller, he's coming off his first loss versus Daniel Dubois. He came in the fight 335 pounds. That's not ideal weight of fighting good to great heavyweights. That's not a good ideal weight. He looked slow. The conditioning was bad. He had Dane Dubois. He had a few moments, a little bit, but he was stopped in that fight. And yeah, and I wonder why, because the conditioning wasn't right, and he just looked slow. And in my opinion, Jarrell Miller is not the most talented, but he does come forward and he does have power. So you gotta respect that. But he's not the most talented to me. Now, Ruiz to me is a very good boxer when he's disciplined. They both got discipline issues. Ruiz be disciplined when he's a good counterpuncher. He got good speed. He can move well, and he's athletic. So when all those things is clicking, and when he's not trying to be the aggressor and the brawler, because that's not what he is, that's when he get in trouble. But when he's countering and when he uses speed and he got decent power, that's when Andy at his best. Like, if you don't believe me, look at the first Anthony Joshua fight. Even though he was dropped in that fight, but after that, he boxed beautifully. You know what I'm saying? Am I saying that word correctly? But it was beautiful. It was like a thing of art how he did Anthony Joshua in the first fight. Now, again, he be undisciplined with his weight issues. He came in that fight with Anthony Joshua 265, the first fight. The second fight, he came in 290. That's a balloon weight. That's bad. That's horrible. You gotta keep in shape, especially when you the champion. He kind of did that Buster Douglas route. Like, he beat the biggest and the baddest opponent of his career, and then the next fight, you balloon in weight, you partying, you doing whatever, you the heavyweight champion of the world, and you're not disciplined, and then you lose. That's what Andy Ruiz did. So it's a lot of pressure. I understand when you're the heavyweight champion of the world, people, you are recognizable. It's a lot of pressure. So I can understand that. But then he did another layoff, and then he fought Chris Arreola, and then he struggled in the fights. But when Andy is locked in, with his counter punching and with his speed and with his angles, he's a good boxer. He is. And but I don't know, after this layoff, I don't know how he's gonna come. He's gonna be aggressive, or is he gonna be I don't know, is he gonna have that rust or is he gonna struggle? I don't know. That's the questions I'm having in my mind. Now, Jarrell Miller, obviously the weight issues. He came in his last fight this past December. He was 335 pounds when he lost to Dave Dubois and got dropped and got stopped. Now he got a new team. He working with Boozy Ennis, the father of Jerron Boost Ennis. So the videos that I saw from him, he looked like he taking his training very seriously, and he looked like he's shedding some pounds. So that could work in his favor. We'll see. We'll see with that transparent to Saturday night when they square off. So again, um, this is a tricky fight, and I gotta see if them questions get answered. Now, who do I think win this fight? Jarrell Miller is the most active. I mean, not the most active. He's more active than Andy Ruiz. Obviously, Andy Ruiz coming off the 2 year layoff, but Andy Ruiz is the more skilled fighter. With the counter punching, like I said before, the counter punching, the footwork, the jab, the speed. He got everything else. Jarrell Miller is going to come straight forward, and it's going to be easy for Andy Ruiz to counter that, time it, and possibly stop him. But I don't know because he off for 2 years. Inactivity, it plays a big role. No fighter wants to be non-active that long because it would transparent in the ring. It would show. I'm telling you, you could be the greatest fighter ever. Layoffs is not good, and especially a 2 year layoff. So, um, skill wise, this is tough. I'm gonna say Andy Ruiz will win this fight. I think he will figure it out. He's a pro. He's experienced. But Jarrell Miller is more active and he's in shape. He looked like he's in shape. So, and he got power. But I'm going with Andy Ruiz on this one in the unanimous decision. But what do you guys think? Andy Ruiz for the KO decision win or Jarrell Miller for the KO decision win? But this is your boy Romello Scuds, Russ, Outspoken 520 Boxing. You can subscribe to the channel. I'm on YouTube, IG, Facebook. But this is your boy Romello Scuds. Peace and blessings. One.